Okay, in what's brewing, today's student accommodation platform Amber has announced a $21 million funding round in fresh equity and venture debt led by Gaja Capital, Lighthouse Canton and Stride. The funding will help the company expand its offerings globally. Now, founded in 2017, Amber has more than 1 million beds listed on its platform and is present across 7 countries. Joining me now to discuss these updates are Saurgoel, the CEO of Amber, and Gopal Jain, Managing Partner at Gaja Capital. Gentlemen, thanks very much for your time here on CNBC-TV18. And Saurabh, I'll start with you. If you could briefly give us the details of this $21 million funding round. There's both equity and debt. How much is each and at what valuation have you raised this equity?
Thanks a lot, Ritu, for having me on the show. This round is, obviously our first institutional raise, and, we are supremely excited to partner with the, Gopal and Gaja Capital, for the same. The large part of this transaction, roughly 18.5 is towards the equity raise, and the other is venture debt, from the partners that you just mentioned. Again, cannot comment on the valuation as of now, but it's pretty standard, that we see nowadays.
Okay, Gopal, let me bring you in then. Where does Amber fit into Gaja Capital's investment strategy, and what really got you to sign the check for them?
Thank you, Ritu. As you know, for the longest time, for nearly 20 years, we've been investing in education, employment, and employability. We see these three as joined at the hip, and we've been long-term investors, proponents of the education sector, which is now also referred to by many as the EdTech sector. And if you look at the global education industry, one of the biggest trends in global education is international student mobility. In India, that's referred to as to study abroad. As you're aware, India is one of the largest exporter of students, and in some ways, the largest importer of higher education. So we see this as a growing trend globally. This could double over the next few years. It could grow to as much as 8 million students. And if you look at the markets, the 4 big markets, what I call the big 4, are UK, US, Australia, and Canada. And what attracted us to Amber is, first of all, its leadership position in the UK market and its ambition to grow into a leader in the other 3 big markets. What also attracted us to Amber, because this has been the Gaja style of investing, which is not just growth, not just scale, not just leadership, but also capital efficiency and strong unit economics. So Amber is a real example of a business which has been literally, bootstrapped over the years, unlike, many other businesses today, may I say that.
Saurabh, Gopal has given us a sense of how large the market could be and where the demand really is. But how are you going to deploy these funds to expand? You're currently already in 7 countries. Where else are you looking?
Right, Ritu. So it's been a couple of years, of us being in existence, and as Gopal pointed out that capital efficiency has been in our DNA. So already we have scaled to a couple of different countries, UK, Australia, and Ireland being our sort of core markets as of now. The major part of the capital allocation will go into getting deeper and increasing our market share in markets like UK and Australia, where we are already present. But at the same time, we are looking to expand aggressively in new markets like US, Canada, even pockets in Europe like Germany and Spain, which we see as huge growth opportunities in the future. We'll be allocating capital in terms of building supply, onboarding a lot of supply in these new markets, but also having a lot of demand partnerships with, let's say, study abroad players and, let's say, other, companies in the education space, but also universities as well. All in all, it'll be expanding, consolidating in the already existing markets, but also expanding into new markets. So that is one thing. The other aspect would be, deploying capital in terms of building more, robust product and technology. We believe that, house hunting itself is a very complex, has a very complex, customer side journey, and it requires a deep sort of, product and technology lens to solve it. So that's, what we've been, working on in the last couple of months. And, the idea would be to double down and really build out, even better, products to help solve the house hunting pain point for the customer.
Gopal, we just have very few seconds left. You told us about the potential of the company and the market. What are your expectations as far as return for yourself is concerned?
Well, I think more than it's not just returns, it's about impact. And I think you have this new generation of Indian businesses that are aspiring to create large businesses, but also global leaders from India. I think Amber has that ambition. As I said, it's already a leadership business in certain segments. So my expectation from them is to make a meaningful difference to the quality of student journeys and to create another leadership business for India from India, a global leader.
All right. Okay, Gopal and Saurav, we're unfortunately out of time. We'd love to keep talking, but thank you very much for your time here on CNBC-TV18.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Also on